Hey guys, long time no see, but I've been traveling a little bit. But as you know, when I'm not doing a video report, you can always catch the complimentary play right there on my homepage. As for Tuesday, well, I decided to raise the bar. Normally, 15 dime play is my top rated release. And you know, 99.9% of the time, my plays are rated between 5 and 15 dimes because I like the economy of scale. So you know exactly how I have my plays rated and how much I like those selections. But yesterday, for only the 8th such time in the past 3 years in baseball, I had a raise the bar 20 dime release. And the Seattle Mariners, who have been very, very good to me over the past few weeks, I backed them and they delivered with a 4-1 win over the LA Angels, and you got it for over half price off. Because again, even though it was a big play, I have always believed that you don't have to spend big money to make big money. And that's why on a daily basis, I pick the biggest plays from the hottest handicappers and continue to give you those at least half price off. And that's what I've done for the past 15 years here at the site. And that's what I chose to do yesterday with my selection. And that's what I'm going to do once again today with another raise the bar 20 dime release. Because there are two things that you should damn well know about me at this point in time. And it doesn't matter what sport or what season. When I'm in a slump, as I was a couple of weeks back, well, I don't change anything. I continue to handicap and analyze the games the exact same way every single day, whether I'm winning or losing, because I believe in dancing with the girl that you brought to the dance and not changing partners. And when I'm winning, well, I don't believe in backing off. I mean, do you walk away from the table when you have a hot hand? No. You keep pressing the action, and that's what I'm doing today for two reasons. One, I'm hot, and two, there's another game on the card that I absolutely love, so why the hell not? And you get it for over half price off once more by using coupon code RAISE, R-A-I-S-E. Now, the complimentary play. Well, I've won 30 of my last 50, but unfortunately, yesterday, for the second straight day, I rode the Cincinnati Reds. They were good to me on Monday. They were not so good for me on Tuesday, losing to the Chicago White Sox. Now, it was a complimentary play for me. Unfortunately for Shawn Michaels, the Reds' loss was kind of devastating because yesterday he was the other featured discounted play. It was the 6th ever 150 dime play of his baseball career here at the site. And what can I tell you? I mean, the damn Reds. I mean, they were a 4-0, 7-2, and they end up losing to the lowly Chicago White Sox, who absolutely suck on the road. And they lose that game in extra innings 12-8. So that one was kind of costly. Quick story for you. So my wife and I were driving. We've been driving a lot here over the past week, going to different states. We're going through this one area, and they had baseball batting cages. I don't know about you, but I used to love baseball batting cages. There's something about batting cages now. When I'm in my 20s, the place where I grew up, now remember, this is like before the internet, before people sat inside all day and, you know, did nothing more than instant message, spend their time on Snapchat, spend too much time on Facebook. You know, like when we were younger, we used to get out there and actually do things. Town I lived in, you know, on Friday and Saturday nights, you either went out drinking, went out partying, went out to clubs. Well, I could do that every single night of the week. But on the weekends, if you didn't do that, you either went and played chip and putt, played miniature golf, you went to the bowling alley, or you went at this golf course chip and putt place that had these great batting cages. And on Saturday nights, that was the time that everybody liked to show up at the batting cages to put on a show. Because the guy that ran the batting cages on that night, he'd turn them all up. Yes, all of them up. He had two types of machines. The type of machines that would just shoot out the ball, and then he had the type of machines with the arms. You know what I'm talking about. Well, you know, 5-6 days a week, the fastball machines, you know, maybe they top out at the mid-80s. But on Saturday nights, that's when he crank them up, and you get 95. Sometimes a little higher than that. Max speed. Listen, you can be the king of batting cages, but that doesn't mean you're a great ball player. It just means you're great at timing the ball. That's what it means. But in my 20s, I love that type of thing. And there was a group of us that we would show up. You know, I'd go to the batting cages 5-6 times a week. I'd go and, you know, I was one of those guys, you know, and I had my gloves. I'd open the back of my Camaro. I'd have my 3 different custom bats. I'd have 1 wooden bat, at least 2 to 3 aluminum bats, because, you know, I had it all. I was ready, just like the other guys. And on Saturday night, it was like time to put on a show. Everybody would be standing around. And there's something. If you go to a batting cage, there's something. That thwack, that little sound, that ping, if you're using an aluminum bat, that sound of that ball, and then, of course, launching them in the cages. Not the small, narrow cages, but the big stadium-like cages. When you see that ball soaring up into the net, I live for that. Well, the problem is, you get older, which isn't an excuse, but 17 years ago this month, I had a little surgery where I had a tumor in my stomach, so they had to go in and, take the damn thing out and remove a large part of my stomach at the same time. And hey, listen, the bad news was I had the tumor. The good news was it turned out they thought it was going to be cancerous. It wasn't cancerous, so hey, good news there. But when they cut you from here all the way down, and then the following year they have to go in and cut you here all the way down again to do some minor tune-up work, and it leaves you with all types of issues. Well, those days of going and, doing anything where you're putting a lot of pressure on your chest, you don't do those things anymore. So between that and the surgery I had a couple of years, about a year and a half ago because of some lower back issues and etc., well, never thought I'd go into these cages again. But we're driving a couple nights ago, we stopped, and there were cages. And I'm looking and I'm thinking, I'll try. If it hurts, I'll stop. So I go into the cage, and it's like, okay, the first couple swings, it didn't hurt too bad. And of course, now it's 17 years since I stepped in one of these cages. You don't want to be embarrassed. It's like, you don't want to be shamed by a bunch of 14-year-olds that are making you look like a pathetic old man. And then it's like riding a bike. Suddenly it's like, okay, yeah, the bat hits the ball. You can do this. Didn't hurt. Okay, well, now you get in your crouch and you get in your stance, and it's like, okay, well, you give it a little more English, and it's like, this didn't hurt either. Well, and after about 20 pitches, you go, okay, I'm going to let it rip because what the hell? Now there's probably 2 surgeons out there that are thinking, if they saw me doing this, probably not a real good idea. But I figured at this point, well, if I did it 20 swings, what's another 20 swings? And then you get that first sound, that crack off the bat. You know what I mean? If you go into the cages, it's like that addictive sound. And you see that ball launch. Well, then it starts. I taught myself how to switch hit when I was pretty late. Probably not till I didn't start switch hitting till I was probably like 20. Well, I can just go back and forth, left and right. No problem. Absolutely no difference between my swing left and right, back and forth. Again, you can be the king of the batting cages. Doesn't mean a damn in terms of taking it out and facing a live pitcher. Well, after about 70 swings, I thought, I'm not going to overdo it. I've had my fun. I may never go back to the cages again because I don't want to press my luck, but it was like, if you're out there and you've ever gone to the cages, you know what it's like when you walk in there and you hit that damn ball and you hear that sound and you see it skying and you go, yeah, you can still do that. I don't think I'll be doing that again because I don't think I need any more surgeries. But anyway, let's get to your complimentary play. I'm going to give you the Houston Astros because lately when I've been betting on the Astros, I've been losing them. So if I give you the Houston Astros as a complimentary play, I think it's a damn good selection. And here's the thing. At 4 o'clock in the morning, I think there's 2 ways you can play this. Right now, the Astros are minus $1.55 on the money line, or you can take them plus $1.10 on the run line. Now, Cole is going for the Astros. They are 14-3 in his starts this season. But lately, much like with Justin Verlander, they haven't been giving him a lot of offensive support. Early in the season, and really through his first couple of starts in June, they had been giving him plenty of offensive support, especially on the road. But, I just wonder here. The Astros bats have kind of been streaky here of late. So although Cole is 6-1 in his last 9 road starts this season with a 2.14 earned run average, I'm a little hesitant about playing the Astros on the run line. I would rather go ahead and lay the $1.55 and play Houston straight up on the money line in this particular spot. Also, Cole, after a phenomenal start, not that he's pitching poorly, he's cooled off, because listen, nobody is going to go through the season pitching like he did, 1.73 earned run average in 6 April starts, 2.45 earned run average in 5 May starts, 3.41 ERA in 6 June starts. You see the trend going up. Now, has he pitched exceedingly well against the Rangers this year? Absolutely. 2-0 with a 1.80 earned run average in 3 starts against Texas. Those 2 wins both coming in Arlington. And in those 3 starts, 20 innings pitched, only 8 hits allowed, 33 strikeouts. But Texas is going with Mike Minor. He's got a 3.44 earned run average in 9 home starts, a 2.08 earned run average in 4 June starts. Took a perfect game into the 7th inning against San Diego in his last outing. This is a guy, Mike Minor, you may recall, had what looked like was going to be a promising career with the Braves a few years back. It got derailed because of injuries. Texas took a chance, signed him. He had to stretch out early in the season, but he's really looking good here of late. Now, he's made 3 starts against the Astros this season, and his earned run against them is 5.74. You got an Astros team that's 31-14 on the road, an Astros team that has some holes in its lineup right now because guys just aren't hitting. Again, do you want to risk laying the 1.5 runs to take the Astros plus $1.10, or would you rather just go ahead and take the Astros and lay the $1.55, which is not a bad price with Cole on the hill because the Rangers are getting some success with Mike Minor? My choice is, if I'm playing this game and it's under $1.60, I'm laying it with the Astros. Now, it's 4 a.m. in the morning, Eastern time. If this price goes dramatically up, then I'd have to reconsider and go the other way. But again, I do like the Astros minus the $1.10 here. Your other complimentary play, I'm going to go with the Yankees on the run line, minus the 1.5 runs. It makes them about a $1.10 home dog against the Atlanta Braves. These 2 teams have split the first 2 games in the series. Braves taking the opener in extra innings, the Yankees rebounding yesterday. First 2 games in this series, hot, humid conditions in the Bronx, and it's certainly shown as these 2 teams have combined for 21 runs, 38 hits. Wouldn't surprise me to see that type of offensive production continue in today's game, although Sabathia has pitched very well here for the Yankees of late. Last Friday in the series opener against the Red Sox, remember how he shut down a hot-hitting Boston team in that one? 7 innings of work, 1 run allowed in that one. He's got a 2.54 earned run average in 9 home starts. Julio Teheran is going for the Braves. He's really struggled, an earned run average over 5 in his last 7 starts, struggling with his control as well in that stretch. You got a Yankees team that's 32-13 at home this year. I like the Yankees in this one. I'm going to lay the 1.5 runs. Between the 2 selections, I lean a little more toward the Yankees as the stronger of the 2 plays in this one, although the Braves have certainly been playing well. So the Yankees on the run line, the Astros straight up on the money line. Those are your 2 selections. I wish you well, guys, and talk to you again tomorrow.